whistle a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
All right,
this will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
In this season, I play with Minnesota.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Touchdown, defense.
This is the main league.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6. Green 18. Check. Go to 50.
Say don't watch that with, though.
Hey, team 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete.
What the fuck?
There he goes, right side.
Yeah, that just got
Touchdown,
bullshit, boy.
Packers. Devontae Adams, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
This week 2.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, you got 3.
I'm sorry, man. Fucking Kyle Rudolph hurt.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
We got 3.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check. Mike 42.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to go down again. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Here comes Grant on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. This is the rookie from Notre Dame, Dexter Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 43. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's got room. Past the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Green 18. 54 Mike. Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
Green 18.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Go, go.
54.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Irv Smith Jr. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, here's Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, orbit.
To throw again. Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
And now look at this. Big gain to fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going for the deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught.
He caught that.
And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his running back Aaron Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man, it's Thielen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the shit! Hey, Ken! Watch the twins!
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yep, got high and fell asleep. I ate that little bird in the head.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Y'all should have seen me and Rick trying to hoop in that fucking
I think that's a great example
that shit
not all
in.
tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Slippery in that hole, nigga. Pause.
318. Check, watch 54, watch 54. 630.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54, right there.
I don't know how many you got either, but I'm about to put it on the big TV. Did you see the picture of my hookup I sent you now?
Rodgers.
Yeah,
the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
I swear they forever put me at the wrong nigga, man.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the
my niggas be there. My niggas be there. They don't let me click into these niggas.
Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yes.
League game boxing with my daughters.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over, gave them great field position. 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
Really, you go hit me with, no, hell no. It ain't no 45 box.
The decision to go for it on 4th down.
No, it's 20. It's 28 rib though.
Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing his Cousins, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now.
Realize MarcNyce105.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun.
Throw the ball. Wow.
To escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks.
This nigga stepped for no reason. He was supposed to be throwing the ball.
One of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Graham.
Give him the strength and not one thing, but two, y'all father.
A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
We don't want him on suicide watch. We know with your strength and guidance.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It is so, Bucks. I can't say nothing.
It's so.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rodgers now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Here's J.K. Scott now.
Tripping.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He's going to be out of bounds.
Really,
what's going to wind up
did.
being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Really, Stephon Diggs. Fucking really.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Good route here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, throw left side on target to Thielen. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down.
Okay,
Here's
you drive.
Cousins.
It only took 7 plays to get there, y'all.
Scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pick that double pilot.
They'll throw again. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Better hope I do not play them. My God.
Now first down carry by Jones. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I've been playing like shit all day, man.
Check right, check right.
They'll go again to Jones.
Do we advance today?
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 17.
I see how it is. You know
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is the ass kicking champion.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I hit the button to go into the party. That bitch said on air. I'm like, what?
319.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think
doubling him
has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
You good.
Check the back or check the back.
He got to play Carter.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Listen, man. Ain't nobody worried about you talking about smoke.
That's how you fuck around and lose, nigga.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I hope he don't play like he played when we played my team.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that
Carter
appears
worse than me, pitch. Don't do it, pitch.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I love my undefeated record of my 17-4 touchdown to interception ratio.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal.
First offense, 8th overall defense. None of that shit means anything. But
and they'll indeed take a knee. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
I'll let you pick the board.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, matter of fact, you want me to do it on special teams?
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Man, whole ass break.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. When they call that a total team effort, I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Packers,
yeah, look, I was say that, and if it ain't me, it's Smoke you got to worry about. Smoke out here beating the brakes off motherfuckers too. No, that was big love. That was big love. Big love 08.
Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back
nice.
laughing. Now
Right. Go kick the Bengals. Go kick the Bengals ass, make myself feel better.
Look, the Bengals about to beat the shit out of me too.
I lose to the Bengals. I'm through playing Madden today, nigga. Like,
oh, they got a better record than you.
Yeah, they do.
That's probably because they done beat the hell out the Ravens twice already.
Right. Sit up. Light me a square. Light this blunt. Fuck you, Box. Not right now, Box. Not right now. Sound like you judging me, Box. I did, nigga. You seen it.
Coach, thank you. We are over
this fucking rain.
away from where you're
Can I live, man?
We come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team.
Man, that's why, man, we over the fucking pine, man. Damn.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Great
and it's somewhere else this year, too.
20 big ones and a first down.
Okay.
So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? And remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 65 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now, lobbying the offensive coordinator, get more touches. He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group of people locked in.
If it was a regular Carolina, maybe you might have had a chance.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals under first-year head coach Zach Taylor. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. 31 yards there and a first down.
Damn.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because
look. I'm like, that's going to be a good game. That's going to be on the same level.
Ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Dalton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21.
Got it for me. I just need you to start.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Abuka with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
I don't know. That's because I don't know how to turn it off.
That auto switch shit. Yeah.
Yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Here we go, G.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley.
Oh, wow.
Goodbye.
Oh, wow. Check that one out, Smoke.
Todd Gurley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Yeah. And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Oh, I definitely mean that.
Just about
Oh,
the 25,
boy,
call it the 24-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw here, Dalton. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
There's one team
So the
with
big
a 0
play
in
gets
the
all
world
the way
called
down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And guess who that team
Here's
is,
Dalton.
my brother?
Open man is Uzama. And this will leave him a yard short.
If that
Nice
team
pickup
playing
of
in
9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard.
You know, I tell everybody this.
Manageable 2nd and 1.
You know, that's the blessing. Everybody get to see a different side.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
But you can't be the same animal with every nigga, and that explains why you got it.
He was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Passing, it's Dalton. Benjamin with it over the middle. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
I got interceptions on the field. You got more losses than I got interceptions on the field.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
You see the thing? It ain't even like.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And then stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing, Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league,
if you don't win on third down, it
makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department
this
so
the
far.
NFL, nigga, must see
Pretty
TV.
reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throw right side going to be caught by Higbee. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Look at nice beating the computer. I'm proud of you, bro.
Go off on first down. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Looking for Woods that time. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
You said L2 is the low throw? Okay.
Now Dalton with a first and 10.
My dog shall be
Taking it in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out.
Oh, the computer. Okay, well, next week he plays somebody. Yeah, next week he play out.
Todd Gurley in the offense. They get set and trot back out there now. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
You just set in the autopilot. You can play the computer if you want to.
Keep everybody here.
They might
Stay out on the field and keep going.
that
But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. That's caught by Gerald Everett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first and 10, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Woods the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Looking again in the direction of Woods. And it's third down.
Let's see Phillip Rivers.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Shit.
Again, Goff.
No, shit.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And it's a pick six. Fucked it up.
Cincinnati.
It was supposed to be the R1 down the middle of the fucking field.
Looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is taken at his 4. So we have reached... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half.
Fuck you, Bot. He knew it too. The square was gone.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
We got this.
A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton.
Yeah, I thought that.
It's in the chat.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone.
Mox got his shit off too, because you can't hear him either.
Not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett. His second touchdown of the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
When that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover, the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
Lowly, they second in your division.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No, they ain't. Whoa.
Shit,
What division you talking about? The AFC what?
He got the North. North
division. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25
ready to defend himself.
No, that's right.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
Why they holding me, son?
First play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Are you playing the
incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
I'm
Dalton with a give
in the NFL, they got me 7th overall.
With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
5-2.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there, right up the gut.
And he's a guy that
Lions 5-1. They break 4.
Drop his shoulder, create or get through contact or trash.
The Browns, the Redskins, the Chiefs, then the Lions.
And make a run as we just saw there.
Dalton to his big target for the Cincinnati first.
Broncos 6, Chargers 7.
5th catch of the game
the
for him there.
The tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety
It's one time for me on. I ain't getting no extras.
Mainly they want him out there to block.
You go back and look.
Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
I own my L's if I take them.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
AFC North, you're right.
He stopped up on this first down run. He might have got getting back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Still is probably ass.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one
from
the
the
conference
forward
to the field.
Is lit over here. I got the Chiefs, the Broncos, then it's me. You got 6-1, 5-2, 5-2.
Oh, shit.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up.
Raiders
3rd
last
and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Lions #1 in the NFC
Get
North.
this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. A minimal
Buccaneers
gain there on the
#1 in the NFC
drive.
South.
One hallmark of good
No,
defense
Kale's in
is
the South. He's
understanding the
#2.
game,
Buccaneers
understanding
above him.
positioning, and tackling immediately in the
them niggas
secondary
been
after
balling
catches.
this
I think we just saw that on
The
display right
Redskins
there.
Got to
is
him before he
#1
had a
in
chance to think about
the
turning it
NFC
upfield.
East.
Let's go old school
The
there.
Eagles and the
That's
Cowboys is the
absolutely
bottom
great
two in that
pump and
division.
corner punt.
The
Someone's put some
Giants,
time in working
second
on
in that
that.
division.
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can
The
command
West,
that football through the
Ice
air.
Yeah, they used to
is
actually
second
practice
in
with
his division.
close them and try and put them
Oh,
there.
shit,
Now a lot of guys
Germany.
use barrels on the
Your
sidelines
division
trying
is
to put the
trash,
football in
nice.
one.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
#1 in your division is the Cardinals at 4-3. If you got the 3 and 4, you got 2 and
Staying on the
4,
ground. This time it's
and then
Smith.
2 and 5.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Your division is horrible.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Nice, you would be a fucking wild card team.
On 2nd and a yard.
The fucking shit was at the end of the season right now.
To Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's
Damn,
run
the
down.
NFC that bad? A losing record would be the
One thing
wild
you're
card?
hoping for when you run
Yeah,
drag routes,
NFC's
you're
terrible.
able to hit a receiver
The best
and
teams in
stride,
they
and you can
fucking
pick up a
in the
lot of
NFC is the
yardage
Lions
after
and the
catch.
Redskins.
But in this situation,
5-1
the
and
defense was
6-1.
effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other.
Hey,
A gain of
this
6.
Cowboys ain't doing shit. The Cowboys 4-3. They over there just like Nice, 4-3.
Last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I mean 3 and 4. I'm sorry, they 3 and 4.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd
Taking
down.
L's.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like he knows coach wants him to do it.
On a
Keep
lot
that
of
clock
picks,
moving.
man.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to
Don't
me
look at the
that he totally
stats from
forgot
around the
that he
league.
needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing.
Oh, you want
But at
to do
that
it?
point,
I'm going to
maybe
that.
close to let this slip away.
Go look at the
I
NFL.
think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and there goes
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Goff. Smith catches left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Oh shit. Son, I'm looking at the motherfucking interceptions out here. Motherfuckers been throwing a lot of picks.
Man, that's what
They
I'm
go
saying.
play action with Gurley. Now Goff.
How many you throw this year?
For the end zone.
Baker Mayfield
Unable
34.
to connect. Incomplete.
How many
Give them
touchdowns?
credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Hold on, let me look.
You
Let me
can
go
tell they
back
were
to
hoping
Baker.
for a flag there offensively.
17.
Several on the sideline motioning.
And
Hey,
3 of
why
those
not a
picks
penalty?
came
Why not a
against
penalty?
Wheeler Witt.
What did you see?
I had
Yeah, I think you
one
get
bad
one
game, bro.
play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides,
We're
no
Philip
flag.
at.
Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Man,
They look good.
it's Cup. He's got it. And inside the 15 before they drop
The
it.
19 touchdowns
21
though.
yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Damn,
Clock
man.
running under 4
Niggas
to
can
play
control the
now as they
ball.
come up
hell
with
no.
1st and 10.
You say what?
Yeah,
I said, if you control the turnovers and shit, you can win.
Goff.
Oh,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And it's never
Dak
going to take
Prescott
a
got
sack.
18
You really don't want to
interceptions.
take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because
Lamar
you're
Jackson,
pretty much
17
short of a
interceptions.
field goal.
Tom Brady, 16 interceptions. Deshaun Watson, 14 interceptions. Mr. Trubisky, 12 interceptions. Jimmy G, 12 interceptions.
A gain of 20 in the
We
first down.
a 6 or 7 game win, bro.
Russell Wilson, 12 interceptions.
Here, a nice route, able to look it in.
Carson Wentz, 10
They'll
interceptions.
try and push it in with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards.
Shit, I'm leading the league in rushing.
Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, that was
You got that bye week yet?
I should have the most rushing touchdowns.
Trying to solve this
Yeah,
game
that's what that was. Yeah, I know
I think
Charles
one
was
of my
leading
kids
until
just
I was having
graduated
my
the
bye
amount of
week
time they
last
had the
week.
football.
How many
That
more
was
yards you
absolutely
got in
impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What
I
makes
got
them successful?
637.
But when you're able to mix run
How many I
pass,
got?
when you're able
I'm
to
about to look
control
right
the
now.
football and stay ahead of the
Should be like
chains, I'm using every
490 or some
cliche
shit
I
like that.
know. But that's how you get it
486.
done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Gurley got
So
527.
now Dalton and the Bengals down 28-20, 2:16 to play.
Yards per carry, you got
They've got
8.2,
3
Carter.
timeouts and the 2
Nice got 5.5.
They've got it first and 10.
I got 4.5.
Now the throw
Yeah,
home
like
in
this
by
nigga Charles be
Green.
running, nigga.
And he's able
And
to
I
get
got him
out to the
spending time with
32,
Duke.
right
Duke
down
be getting
there.
a lot of carries too.
Gurley just,
Fourth
I'm
quarter,
on
down to the
the
final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score
Gurley
game.
the last, just these last couple of weeks,
So the
he started getting
Bengals
his
in
mojo
possession of the
back.
football here as we
Who
get your
fumbles?
reset.
Let's see who fumbles.
Let's see
Gurley
what
got
they come
one
up with
fumble.
offensively after having
Chubb got
time to
one
talk it
fumble.
over.
No, Chubb ain't got no fumbles.
To throwing
Yeah,
it on
I
second
was waiting on
down.
you.
Dalton caught
Zero.
Piper over the middle.
I got one.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He said, don't do that.
Gain
Don't you
there
do
of
that,
21
huh?
yards.
Let me put that bitch in again.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route
Look, nice to
incomplete.
tell you that's the quickest way to get up out this bitch.
5
Yeah,
yards on the catch
Duke
there.
got
Brings up
154
second down.
yards. Rushing.
All right,
Oh
here's
shit!
Dalton.
I'm looking at the receivers with the yards.
Oh, shit.
Mark Cooper got 1,100 yards.
Oh shit, I just fucked up.
Odell Beckham Jr. got 982 yards.
As they now sit just a 2-point conversion
Let's see
away
what
from
nice
tying this game up in the
Keenan
fourth
Allen got
quarter.
1,000 yards.
Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Last couple of weeks, I saw Phillip Rivers and him putting on.
And that's going to be knocked away.
His tight end, his best receiver was 500 yards.
Oh yeah. Nigga Everett put on.
And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the
No, he had
sense?
a no. Matter of fact, he had a touchdown.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the
Huge yards, but
football.
then you got 5 yards
A
receiving
tough
and
one
catching
there.
and
They certainly
touchdown.
wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get
So
it.
it
They
was
still
a
do
5
have
yards
3
and one
timeouts.
touchdown
You're
was him.
exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Nice.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Dances by him. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That's what he's leading the league in interceptions.
Complete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down.
Ruben Foster
and
got
it'll be
5
a turnover
picks.
on downs. Well, the
Got
first
home
4th
and got
down
4.
attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll...
Oh, wow, I just fucking lost.
This nigga didn't take the field goal.
10.
And I just fucking lost.
For the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the
Lord.
Wow.
I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish
The
the
score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say
This
the
nigga
last
just
thing
blew the
we
game
need
about
is a
4
big
times.
return.
He didn't have
And what
his
happens is
last
guys get
game.
overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up,
Shit,
could come back
3 and
at you a
5
long
now.
way.
Nice. 3 and 5.
Shit, nigga.
You got 35 seconds.
So now it's the Rams' turn, trailing by 5.
Okay,
35
fucking
seconds
Pete
to
Carroll.
go.
It's
They've
14 inches
surrendered a
and this nigga throw
double-digit
the
lead,
bitch
but
when he
can
got
rescue
caught.
themselves late as they come up on first
What the fuck is
down.
wrong with you? That's a goal line run.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to get a good game.
When in actuality, nigga should have just kicked the field goal.
The Rams going to go ahead and use
I'd have
the
been
first of
33 to
their
31 and you
timeouts.
would just need a field
As
goal
they
to
get it
win.
right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a
That's the
shot.
man that
Here,
ain't got
second
nothing else
and a
but Todd
yard from
Gurley
the
right there.
34.
That's
And his X Factor lit up too. That's crazy.
getting tackled on the first hit. Nice ain't got no use
Oh.
sticks.
The pressure there as it's intercepted.
Yeah,
Picked off by
blew it.
Sean Williams.
That's a good donkey.
That's what I get it. Damn, donkey of the day.
That was a beautiful play.
And that's nugget.
How would you
Donkey
punctuate
of the
something like
day,
that?
man. That's what I get for fucking
Exclamation
around.
mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand.
I
Give the
like
sweet
it.
sounds of the hammer
One after
tones.
through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point
Look, if
winds
you
up
want to stream, you could
successful.
probably cut this bitch off.
This is fielded at the goal line.
I wouldn't have been mad at you.
And a nice
It
return
looks
sets him up
ugly,
pretty
though.
good
It
here at the
looks ugly.
30-yard line.
He's going to throw one more pick six. He's really going to be ugly. Go ahead, man.
Don't do it, nice. Run the football.
The
Take the
offense
knee.
now at the
Just take
line,
the
ready
knee.
for their next drive.
Animate,
They
take
can't do
the
much
knee.
at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You
I
don't
say you're gonna make it
that
respectable.
What has happened during the game in this sequence here? Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you
Ooh,
so
that was
choose.
almost that
But
one right
otherwise,
there.
just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Ball on the 30 as
Damn.
they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And the clock
There you
will
go.
now stop as a timeout is
Give it a
called
little
with
juke,
5
give me
seconds left.
something.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
Have you tried a play action play?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure you're mixing it up. Like I say, you can't do the same shit with this computer.
Man, you run a
The
lot of
Rams
stress.
on
man.
3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and
Between the
5.
tackles.
One last throw here for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken
I
down,
love
but not
between
before
tackles.
he works it past
Niggas
the
can
50.
use some stretches. When you go between them
Big
tackles, if the nigga ain't got
offensive
user skills,
explosion help leading them to
it's bad.
victory. And
Rough,
the
right?
defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those
when you
points
get
up
to that
every
second
week.
level,
We'll just
you
keep
got to truck
winning.
the safety
They
and
will
juke that
gratefully
nigga.
accept them,
You
won't
to the
they?
house.
It makes their job that much easier.
Half the
When they're
time, them
scoring
niggas be
that
trying to
many
dive
points,
at you and be
allows
fucking
them
up.
to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, the win means
Damn, nice. I don't think you gonna make the playoffs, B. You just lost the motherfucking wild card
I
spot.
just gotta quit fucking around, Smoke, man. I just do the unnecessary dumb shit right there.
Hey,
Yeah, run the
Smoke, look.
football.
Look, niggas like me, you, and Kel, the playoffs gonna be so quick because we just gonna all get on this bitch and just play our games back to back to back. Ain't nobody else gonna be in this bitch.
Right.
Ain't gonna be no scheduling needed, none of that shit. There's gonna be 3 users in all CPU teams.
The CPU's gonna step their motherfucking game up in the playoffs too. We all know that.
It's gonna be some bullshit. Nigga, mad as fuck he don't make a Super Bowl.
I see you trying to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs too. I see you.
Man, nigga.
I see you. I see your ass.
Man. I'm just trying to get to week 13, be resting starters.